After bombarding us with a new entry almost every year since its debut in 2007, it's hard to believe there hasn't been a new Assassin's Creed since 2020's Valhalla. While the series has continued to expand and bloat over the years, Mirage is set to return to the roots of assassination by offering a much leaner and more focused adventure. Set decades before Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Mirage tells the story of Basim, a street thief in 9th century Baghdad who gets recruited to the Hidden Ones by his mentor Roshan. The Order of the Ancients is looking for a mysterious artifact with their own nefarious agenda, and Basim gets caught in the middle of the conspiracy. It follows the formula, for better and worse, as Basim begins to eliminate targets and get closer to uncovering the identity of the group's leader. Baghdad's 4 main boroughs contain different safe houses, each with their own set of characters, that tell smaller stories within the larger narrative. Longtime fans looking for modern-day payoffs will most likely be disappointed, as Ubisoft continues to spin their wheels with how all this connects and where it's going, if anywhere at all. Mirage isn't nearly as large as the previous 3 games, and it should only take series veterans about 20 hours to complete. That said, Baghdad and its surrounding wilderness is still a fairly sizable location. Sand dunes spread far and wide, dotted with an occasional oasis that typically houses hidden treasure. The city of Baghdad is bustling with crowded streets and cramped alleyways that can be easily navigated by rooftop. Huge walls guard the city's elite center and other heavily armed bases, making you think twice before recklessly charging in. The traversal mechanics feel good overall. There are still times when Basim will jump somewhere you don't intend to, but those instances are rare. Climbing is more rewarding, however, as it takes inspiration from the older games in the series, requiring you to find the correct path to progress, especially with sync points. Climbing these high overlooks continues to be a staple of the franchise, revealing various activities and collectibles on the map and providing some worthwhile views. You can also ride a camel or a horse to make navigation speedier, which is especially handy in the surrounding wilderness. In the city, though, it's usually quicker to go on foot, since you can take advantage of more shortcuts through rooftops and alleyways. Stealth is highly encouraged throughout, and missions almost always revolve around infiltrating a compound to steal secrets or eliminating a high-value target. You often need to seek out information to locate key objectives, like documents that grant insight into other locations and additional targets. Basim's eagle vision can help track enemies and key objectives within range, while his actual eagle and Kidu can mark targets and objectives from the air. Some locations have marksmen that can shoot your eagle out of the sky, forcing you to eliminate the threat, which further encourages a stealthy infiltration. The iconic hidden blade can kill even the strongest opponents if they're unaware of your presence, making it an intimately rewarding process to stealthily clear out a base.
Over there, by the armor! Hurry!
The primary assassination missions typically have multiple ways to complete them. Scouting out an area will reveal different opportunities, such as eavesdropping on a conversation or following someone to a secluded area to discover a clue. Stalking your enemies from the shadows as you attempt to work out the best method of approach is when Mirage is at its best.
Nihal, wait! Father! Get that boy!
If you botch an infiltration, guards will attack relentlessly until you manage to either eliminate everyone or successfully break line of sight and hide. Standing your ground to fight is possible but tricky thanks to heavily armored foes that can only be damaged from behind. You can parry specific attacks to set opponents up for a kill and refill your stamina, but some attacks have to be dodged, which consume stamina. Basic attacks also consume stamina, so carefully considering your actions with Basim's limited health is key to survival. Even if you've mastered it, combat can be time-consuming, and sneaking by feels more efficient and satisfying. There are a handful of tools at your disposal to help even the odds. Throwing knives can take out targets from a distance or knock armored foes to the ground, while smoke bombs can be used to disorient the opposition. Each tool can be upgraded with different skills that can be swapped in and out at a safe house, like knives that can be thrown greater distances or deal extra damage. Making use of these tools is mostly situational, as you keep an eye out for opportunities to play with your food. They help to mix things up, but relying on fundamentals is usually enough to get the job done. Basim also has a special move called Assassin Focus, which can be used to instantly stealth kill multiple enemies. Limited by focus bars that you gain through executing stealth kills, it serves as a nice flashy payoff when you find the right moment to use it. When enemies are bunched together, it can be a very helpful trick to quickly and quietly take out a handful of targets.
You are the poet with the foolish tongue?
My sense of outrage got the better of me. Who knew words could come at such risk?
Optional contract missions can be taken on at each safe house, and they typically lead to lengthy side stories. These missions range from the typical steal and kill variety, but some also have you escort targets through dangerous areas. Expanding Basim's abilities through skill trees includes standard things like additional focus meter and new tools, as well as new moves like being able to vault over enemies. Gear and skill upgrades have been largely streamlined. You only need to equip one piece of armor, a sword, and a dagger, and each individual item can be upgraded twice. Every piece of gear also has a unique perk like additional parry damage or lifesteal. While the streamlined setup is a welcome change, finding new pieces of gear usually isn't too exciting since many of the perks just aren't that interesting.
Together, we will see the end of what ails this city.
Look no further than Al-Ghul, the man only spoken of and never seen.
As always, there are a few different types of collectibles to seek out. The history of Baghdad items are exceptionally well written and offer wonderful insight into the history and culture of the era. These are scattered around the map in the shape of animus fragments and are usually placed in relevant locations. Mysterious shards, used to unlock strange technology, can be stolen from specific targets, while relics can be traded to Dervis for additional rewards. Pickpocketing unsuspecting people is one of the more amusing highlights of Mirage. Successfully doing so can net you coins, artifacts, or tokens, which can be used in a variety of ways. Tokens can be given to shop owners to reduce their prices, or certain groups that can help you during missions, like fighters, that will cause distractions. The tokens are rare enough to matter, and using them during missions can make tough situations much more manageable.
Beshi told me I could exchange this token for your help. What say you?
If he gave you this, he must hold you in high regard. We will take care of the guards. Watch us closely, then make your move.
Assassin's Creed Mirage is a strong return to the original identity of the series. The increased emphasis on stealth encourages you to get more invested in your surroundings, while the streamlined equipment options and shortened length ensure Basim doesn't wear out his welcome. Open combat and the story aren't anything particularly special, but learning about Baghdad continues the series' tradition of celebrating different time periods. With multiple Assassin's Creed projects in the works, hopefully Ubisoft embraces the intimate focus of Mirage. Final score, 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching our review. We're Easy Allies. We've been writing about games for decades, and we also do podcasts, streams, shows, and more, all funded by regular viewers just like you. Head to patreon.com/easyallies to pitch in and get rewards. And be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay connected on YouTube. See you soon.